Alright, hello everyone. Welcome to the Global Experience. And make sure you do like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to turn on that post notification so you don't miss a video. Okay?
Make sure.
Yes. And especially since we are building our community, please do make sure you tap in the comments. We love to hear your thoughts. And if you like as well, reach out to us in our email and we could be able to see what we can do for y'all. You know what I'm saying? We could cook a little something for you. But yeah.
Today we're gonna be talking about fear.
Yes.
You
What
know?
does fear mean?
Fear.
How does that look like? How to confront it? Just stay tuned, y'all, because
Yeah,
it's
man.
gonna be a bit of a whirlwind.
Trust me, because fear is a mad one. Something that almost everybody just taps in or barges into it
Yeah.
kind of easy. But is it a good thing or is it a bad thing? Today you're gonna find out, because fear, I don't know whether to say it can be good or it can be bad.
It can be good. And
It can be good and it
bad.
can be bad, yeah? Okay, see, I'm even learning today. Yeah, one thing I do know is fear is something that really does a lot more damage than. Well, to me personally, I feel like it does more damage than healing. When I think of fear, like listen to the word fear. Like when you even hear the word, you're scared for yourself. Fear be dangerous, and most of the time, whatever you fear runs to you. So fear not, my people.
Yeah.
Fear not.
And I actually want to tap in more in your thoughts regarding why do you say that fear is more damaging than it is like kind of
Fear. Yeah, because the more you, as I said, like the more you fear something, it runs towards you, so it damages you. Let's say you're scared you're gonna fail your exams, you're gonna feel it. Just because you had the fear of you failing, the fear runs to you more. That's what that's what I know, and that's what I've learned from my experiences, that the more you fear something, it comes closer to you more than you think,
That's I
And
hear you.
yeah, and the more you don't fear it, it goes further away.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it makes sense because you are what you attract in a way, because attraction, like-minded. So the more you lean onto the fear of the worst things that can happen, the more likely it will happen, because you're projecting your thoughts, your emotions to
Yeah.
something,
Mhm.
even though it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
But you've already created the scenario for yourself where you're already living in it,
Mm.
and then therefore it will become in your reality in your 3D. So
Yes.
that's what I do feel you, but I'm on the fence as well, because yes, fear does have the bad side of things, especially given the context we kind of presented. But I'm also in the space of as well that fear can be a good thing if you look at it from a different perspective.
So show me that perspective.
So I would say I probably using that fear as more of a motivational force to kind of propel you into doing something that you never expected to do. Like for me, when I see fear, I do see fear as both as something that you can look at things negatively but also positive. So like when you want to do something different, when for example you want to get a job, or even if you want to like do a school play or something like that, you actually want to go for like a particular part in the play, and then you're confronting with your fears in terms of, what if I'm not good enough, this and that and the third. However, if you use that as a push, saying like, you know what, bro, I know I can do it, you know what I'm saying, like just because my fear is creating these different scenarios doesn't mean that it will happen. If anything, I can kind of use that as a motivational force because, again, the only thing I gotta prove is just things to myself, you know? So
I'm listening to you. I have questions for you.
So allow me to finish.
Okay, sorry.
It's so interesting. But see, Lord. But when I say the example of going out for a school play, yes, there's a fears that can be surrounding it because you are taking a leap that is different from most. When the minute that you kind of stray away from the populace or the popular vote or the popular mindset, it can be a bit daunting. It could elicit a fear response because you're going against the grain, you're going against the norm. However, that is a good thing because at the end of the day, we're not all sheeps. You know, you are here to be on your own path. You're here to be on your own, you know, you're supposed to be on your own lane. And I feel like sometimes fear can kind of push you to that side of doing things you gotta do for yourself.
I don't know how that's an advantage. How's an advantage of fear? I was expecting something like, oh, with fear you can do this, with fear you can do this.
But I didn't present it. Fear can be something that motivates you.
Okay, so what you're saying is basically whenever fear pops in, rather than laying on the fear, you use that as a motivator and go to the opposite side of the feeling it's bringing you.
Yeah.
Okay, now I understand you. It makes sense.
Thanks for the breakdown.
I mean, because I'm trying to get clarity. Because if we're given advantages of something, that means what does that thing bring?
Yeah.
And the advantages of fear, there's no advantage in my. Even by the breakdown that like you just gave or I just elaborated, that's not an advantage of fear. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a major disadvantage that you turn into an advantage. You know what I'm saying? So I'm with you on it. It's an advantage, or we can call it's an advantage to disadvantage.
That's why it's just a matter of your perspective on how you do it. Because
very true though.
It's all about balance. Because everything is always a level of balance.
Yeah.
Not everything is always going to be totally bad. If you only look for the bad, that's all you will find.
Yeah.
If you look for the good in things, then you will find it as well.
Yeah.
So that's why, I'm completely here for you in terms of, because the concept of fear, it can be so daunting. It can be so debilitating compared to, especially when you're being confronted, when you're confronting something. But I feel like what's so important to always remember is that a lot of your fears is all in the mind. You know what I'm saying?
Everything is in the mind.
It's always in the mind.
Everything is in the mind. You know, I feel like fear is like praying for something you don't want to happen, for it to happen to you. The more you fear something, as I said, the more you fear something, the more it comes close to you.
Yeah.
So it's a bit mad. And one thing is we're all humans. Fear is a part of everybody. Everybody sometimes gets that bit of, doubt or disbelief in whatever the situation is. So it will generate fear. That is that. But in times of that is when they have to look at it from the point of view that you're describing. Whatever feeling that comes inside you, just go to the opposite side of that feeling. And that's how you make fear an advantage for you, basically.
Yeah.
But if you don't go to the opposite side of fear, it can be crazy sometimes. Especially thoughts, the thoughts in the mind. The thoughts in the mind they be wilding sometimes.
Bro. And
they be wilding. No, continue.
Because it be wildin', man. It be wild.
Wildin', man.
And you know what's so interesting too about it, especially when it comes to thoughts, is that a lot of us believe that our thoughts is us. Anything that kind of comes in is a reflection of us. It's us. But when you really think about it, thoughts, it's not you at all, bro. It's just something that's flying through. It only stays if you grab onto it.
Yeah,
You
man.
know? And what I'm like was kind of coming in is the fact that there's this the book Becoming Supernatural by Dr. Joe Dispenza. He does such a great job on the breakdown or even the science behind, like, you know, our thoughts and emotions and how it can elicit specific responses within the body. And keep in mind, our body cannot tell the difference on what's happening within our reality outside of us versus what's inside of us. It's only going off of what your thoughts is evoking, your emotions, and your body will follow suit. So, for example, when it came to like the fear context of, what is it? What's an example of a fear? Throw it at me so I can...
Well, like something that you could be scared of.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, man. So, like, an example of stuff people could be scared of is, let's take people in schools and universities. Someone who's going to write an exam could be scared to fail. Could be something.
Yeah.
Someone could be scared to fail,
I can lead into that. So like the fear of failure. So the feeling that it invokes. So from this example, Dr. Joe Dispenza will say, like, because again, your emotions is very strong. It's literally you in motion. Okay? So when a circumstance or a situation elicits such a strong emotion, such as fear or failing of an exam, for example, that could also immediately kind of have your mind spinning in terms of, oh, it might recall the time where you did fail an exam, this and that, or it can bring up all of these different types of emotions and feelings. So right now, your thoughts is thinking all of this craziness, your emotions is feeling all of that, and now your body. What's so amazing about our body, it does everything in its power to make sure it keeps us safe. Okay? It's gonna do everything that it can to keep us safe. So that would also mean bringing up a lot of our hormones up, stress levels, things like that, the adrenaline, just to make sure, like, bro, is there a fight? What's happening? You know what I'm saying? But again, outside of you, you're just taking a regular test, but inside it feels like it's going to war. You know what I'm saying? It's going to war.
Yeah.
And then when you think about it, especially when you look at the nervous system and things like that, when you put your body in the position of where it's always consistently in this process of feeling of a fight or flight response, your body cannot hold on to that all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's completely debilitating later on. Later on, you will see what happens when you hold on to a lot of the emotions and thoughts, when you continue to have your mind live in the past because of your fear, because of your anger, because of your sadness, any emotion that it imposes. What will happen is that your body will remember, and it will then kind of start to break up on you. That's where a lot of illnesses will kind of populate, especially in what is it? What's it called?
You basically get ill when the body is not, like doing well. And the body reacts to most of the informations and the emotions that you process. And that is what most of the time, I wouldn't say majority of the times, but in most conditions or in some conditions, it's just because of how the person process stuff and how their everyday thought process basically is, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, but fear is just something that everybody really, like, we're all humans, as I said, like, everybody goes through the fear stage, but whenever fear comes into your mind, just brush it away, because immediately you accept the emotion of that state, it becomes. So run far from fear. Run far from fear. Yes, Even the Bible says, fear nothing, fear no one, only God. Fear nothing and no one, only God. So, I mean, I can't talk about what's in the Quran or the Muslims book. I can't talk about any other books. But my personal experience, I know that running to fear or trying to or being scared of something or situation or having fear to something is basically running to fear. That's my personal experience. And there's a book that Christians follow, and it's in that book that fear nothing apart from God. So, you know, that's just an update that, you know, y'all should basically have on your side, man. You should fear nothing apart from God, man.
So
hey, fear woman, oh. Fear.
Fear man, oh, fear man. Fear man.
I beg you.
I beg you.
Who deceived Who deceived Adam?
Hey.
Who
Who deceived Adam?
Who deceived Adam? Is it not Eve?
Hey.
Is it not Eve?
How did
you made me eat the apple?
How did Eve make Adam eat the apple?
Sexy body. He said, Adam, if you eat this apple, I'll give it to you one time. Hey! Adam said, I'm ready to risk it all.
No, be small. No, it was God that told Adam not to eat from the tree. He didn't tell Eve no nonsense like that. Okay. When Eve ate the apple, what happened? Nothing. Nothing happened.
Okay.
It wasn't until Adam ate said apple, and then when God asked him, Wagwan, why are you hiding?
So right now, you are skipping an important part of the equation. You are skipping an important part of babes. You are skipping an important part of the equation. Eve ate the apple.
I didn't finish my point.
Finish talking.
Thank you. When God called for them, saying, Wagwan, Adam, where are you? He said, I am ashamed. Ashamed for what? He basically threw Eve under the bus, talking about, Eve was the one that ate the apple, therefore I ate the apple.
What the flip? What Bible are you reading, bro?
I'm clearly paraphrasing, but however, comma does not omit the fact that Adam did not take any responsibility.
How about
however, comma,
full stop.
However, comma, Adam did not take any form of accountability when God asked him about the apple.
No one is talking about did he take accountability.
Yes,
the thing
that's the point.
Listen,
because you're trying to make the point that you need to fear woman because that Eve ate the apple. But the real fear is men. Because why did you not protect said wife? Why did you not take no accountability for your action? Why did you still feel the need to eat said apple even though God already warned you? Why do you still eat it?
Okay,
why do you eat it?
So now I'm telling you something right now. If the apple was not a fruit and it was pum pum, nothing can stop a man from eating the pum pum. I'm telling you.
Oh,
so now, number 2, let me give you a scenario, babes. Let's say, God put me in this house. Listen, God put me in this house first. He told me, Global, you can eat everything in this house, but there's one drink in the fridge. Don't open it. Don't drink it. Okay, don't drink it. And I'm like, okay, God, I hear you. No worries. So I go out, and then all of a sudden, God puts you here with me too. And I'm like, oh, what a coincidence, but no coincidence. I have a partner. Okay. So now I come and I show my partner, oh yeah, God said we have everything here. Everything here is for us. Oh, but he said we shouldn't do this one, I tell you that we shouldn't do this. So I go out again, I come back, and you tell me, oh my God, Global, I have a surprise for you. I'm like, what's the surprise? And you tell me, oh my God, I tried to drink. God said you shouldn't drink. And you won't believe it. I'm talking to the angels. And I'm like, whoa, really? You're like, yeah, you gotta try it. You gotta try it, babe. You gotta try it. And I'm like, you took him to Angels? Go bring it. So you go bring it, and then I sip on it, and I'm like, rah, boy. I'm actually seeing the angels, and I'm seeing God, and God is seeing me. I'm like, oh my God, this is why you didn't want me to okay, say no more. I'm out. And then God pulls out. God is like, rah, wagwan. And I'm like, aye, my dad. She made me do, you know. I went back, came back, she tasted it, and told me to taste it. And I just tasted it, bro.
Was there a gun to the head?
But truth be told,
Was there a gun to the head?
there was a pussy to the head.
Hey.
Sorry for the language.
Wahala.
But there was a pum pum to the head. Pum pum is like, if you don't drink it, you're not getting no pum pum tonight, Adam. Oh my God.
Wow.
No pum pum tonight.
Salacious comments.
Number 2. What happened to Samson?
What happened to Simpson?
The woman make him cut his hair. Where's my dreadlocks?
What would that mean?
Delilah! 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 This is right now, I lock you in one corner.
Nah.
I lock you in one corner. You don't go pick up what.
No. I just remember Ruth. I remember who else? Don't worry. If we have to break down the Bible by the Bible stories, say who did who. We'll see.
Don't worry.
We'll see.
Let's leave this matter there because at the end of the day, don't fear man, don't fear woman, only fear God. But one person you don't gotta fear though. You gotta fear somebody who keeps hurting you consistently. And when I say you gotta fear them, maybe fear is not the right word, but you gotta put them in a distance and always put be cautious around certain people who always repeat the same patterns around you that keeps putting you into deep shit. You gotta be very cautious, you know what I'm saying? So maybe the word is not fear.
Yeah, I was gonna say I wouldn't describe that as a fear, but still being more on the cautious end.
Very cautious.
Cause
you gotta be very, very so you gotta be alert.
Alert.
Yeah. Cause you shouldn't be scared of anybody. You shouldn't be scared of nobody. No bomb clap person you must fear, you know?
Yeah. And I will ask as well, is that what's the point of your life where you felt that you had to conquer your fears?
Me. I conquered a lot of fears. I've conquered a lot of fears. I've conquered a lot of fears. Like leaving the United Kingdom to go to Ghana with zero balance in my pocket. I chopped all my money in the UK and I decided to go to Ghana. That was some serious fear. But to be very honest, I'd say even though I had to conquer that fear, I conquered it within a second. It didn't take me 2 seconds or 2 minutes. I conquered it within a second. Immediately that I was like, been there, done that. You know what I'm saying? So I just skip that. And immediately you brush that emotion out of your thoughts, a new one comes in, which is a better version of what you just dropped out. So it's always good to just ditch the fear that comes into you. Immediately it comes in, you can generate another thought in your head yourself. You can generate it. Even though thoughts fly in from different sides, you can generate your own power thoughts. So power your own machine up with positive thinking, and you'll be active, man. Yeah. How many fears have you conquered?
Listen, man, I've conquered a lot.
And
you know what? I will even say there was always one thing I was never really scared. I was always been fearful of that I'm getting over, if I should say.
What's that?
Is living life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Living life to the fullest. Because for me, I never was scared of death. The idea of death, I don't know, it never scared me.
Yeah.
But the idea of living was the one that kind of scared me more because didn't know how that looked like. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying it's more deep. Like, not in the surface level of living, of course, I'm breathing air and shit like that. But I'm saying in terms of, like, really living, in terms of, what is it that I want to do with my life?
All of those stuff.
Like, you know, thinking, like, bigger picture of how I would want to live my life.
Yeah.
How I would want to kind of grow up, work, kids, marriage, all this extra jazz. The fear of it is because I'm fearful of the unknown. You know what I'm saying? Because when you don't know something, it feels very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But what's helped me kind of overcome that has been honestly just taking really one step at a time.
Yeah, man.
Because one thing I will say is that you can ask God for a bucket of water, but He has a whole ocean to give you. When I stop limiting myself to these beliefs and to these ideologies due to my fears, I wanted to kind of stick to the box of what has been presented to me before. The thought of going against the grain, the thought of me doing something that's completely different from most, is scary. It can be scary. Like, babes,
tapping into the unknown.
It's crazy. Bro, going to Ghana?
Scary moment.
Scary. Having to, dealing with my family when I'm traveling, doing this back and forth. They don't see the bigger, they don't see.
Oh, that was hell for me.
Bigger picture.
Hell for my girl. Oh, Jesus.
They didn't see the bigger picture. They only saw was just like, what's going on? Why is my daughter going back and forth?
The girl's in love.
And
the person she's in love with, the world's scariest human being. Global. Me. Mr. Impossible to become possible.
But one thing about it though, I still wasn't scared. You know what I'm saying?
Because at that point, I feel like you had overcome that point of your emotions where you were scared of the unknown. You had overcome that side. Because I could literally tell that you are advanced, or you are ahead of your time. Yeah, like that's one main reason why like we actually bonded so well, because you were ahead of your time and our conversations was always like, you know,
we just have to
on a different level.
Yeah.
If you were somebody who was scared of the unknown and stuff, your aura wouldn't really like, it wouldn't have been vibrating how it was vibrating.
Yeah.
You get me? Yeah, so you then said,
Doba.
Locked in.
Listen, I had to fight some demons to be able to get to where I was at. Bro.
I killed all your demons, don't worry.
True.
Before you go here, I slaughter all of them.
When you're literally fighting demons, the demons would just appear to be some unhealed trauma, some unhealed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's those spiritual warfare. I was more so referencing.
Oh, I took you all the way to that side.
No, but it's calm because that is another conversation. I feel like for us to kind of enter more into that side of things, because it's important to also talk about, because that's another version of spirituality or even voodoo and things like that needs to be discussed. Because again, everyone has a view of, like, you know, using spirits and using magic in the most malicious way possible, but there's also good to it as well. And I feel like that's important that we could discuss that.
Yeah, it makes sense, but to be very honest, putting voodoo to the word is so wild, because it's a name these white people gave it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And saying it like that or putting it like that, it is just, it corrupts the whole update. So we just have I feel like we just gotta call it African spirituality. You know, because that is what truly was in the beginning of our time. You know what I'm saying? Like our ancestors, our grandparents, they knew that if you add this leaf to this leaf, you can be able to cure this sickness. If you drink this water, you can do this. If you add, you know, they knew all of those.
Yeah.
The only reason why, or the reason why they knew that is because they communicate. You know, they communicate with other beings around, you know, and they give them the insights of all those stuff. But the white man just calls it voodoo, you know, and then they painted the voodoo very black.
Yeah.
So it's like you know, when we use the voodoo, it's like it just goes in the other direction.
Yeah.
But if we show them like, yo, it's African spirituality, like African powers.
Yeah.
Like African powers.
And I think and it goes so more in depth in the fact that how the white man has done that projection, especially within the people within the African diaspora, because to have such a fear over something that was so natural to us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like the way that the white man has conducted in such a perverse way just for us to kind of continue to separate ourselves from our roots, from our natural state of being.
Yeah.
You know? Because like I know, like growing up, bro, the word voodoo was like shh.
Yeah.
Like hush hush.
But they use our practices in secret.
Yeah.
That's what they do. They use our practices in secret. That one is there. Like when there's like coronations happening in like Europe and all, they slaughter cows, they slaughter sheep, they do all of those stuff. But when we do it down, they call it, you know, all of that.
Bro, even within the Catholic Church, when they say that they give the blood of Christ, the chalice, the wine, representation, the bread of life, like, bro, that is all part of a, you know, it's part of a ritual. It's all a breakdown, part of a ritual.
To be very honest with you guys, fear nothing apart from God. Because we started from fear, right now we are taking you to...
No, but where we're taking it is valid because there has been, you know, I know, speaking for myself, growing up, the aspects of voodoo was very silenced. You know what I'm saying? And because it did elicit fear, and especially with me being Haitian, I know it already came with its own.
Haitians get serious voodoo. Haitians are serious creatures.
Yes,
Yeah.
we are.
You know why you guys are serious creatures?
Tell me.
Because you guys, there's almost all the most powerful African countries gathered in Haiti. There's not only one country. Ghana, Nigeria, Benin. I don't know if Togo is part of it or whatever, or Cameroon, but I know Ghana, Nigeria, Benin. These 3 countries, Mali, these 4 countries, it be serious when it comes to spirituality. I swear to God, only Benin can finish half of America, not even half of America, the whole America. Ha! Benin!
Yeah.
And most Haitians come from Benin.
Yeah.
And Benin is close to Nigeria, they share a border, you know what I'm saying? But some Ghanaians appeared there, one or two. A lot of Ghanaians and Nigerians appeared in Jamaica. And 1 or 2. But Haiti, Haiti, hey!
Listen, we were the first black country, all right? We won our independence from the French, and we used that using voodoo. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the powers...
Using African spirituality.
Sorry, African spirituality. We utilize our practices to be able to win a war against our oppressors. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
And because of that fear the white man had, it elicits such great fear because to be overthrown. Remember, it was against Napoleon, you know? Against Napoleon, big body. Okay. Big body. Well, short body, but you know what I'm saying. But in that context, it got everyone in a tizzy to make sure, like, listen, what can we do just to ensure like that won't happen again? Again, fear is it's a powerful tool to be utilized. And they knew how to use it to their advantage. And that's why it's important for you guys to remember that fear is not real. Don't lean into it. Fear nobody. Don't even fear yourself. Don't fear even your own potential. You can do anything and all that and more. You just have to tap it into yourself and believe that you can do it, because at the end of the day, you are a spiritual being having a human experience. First and foremost, you are spirit. Okay? This body right here is just a vessel carrying your spirit, where you're supposed to be able to walk in your path and walk in your purpose. So don't allow the fears that people are projecting over you to cover you. Don't have that over you. No. Free yourself. Free yourself.
With the inside.
Yeah, man. Period.
Active. So today you learn a lot today. Oh.
And to be honest, I hadn't even had a note on my book. Hold on.
Oh Jesus. Thank you for watching this video. We'll see you in the next episode on the Love Doctors on the Global Experience.